All right, local swell trackers, welcome to the last day of February, Saturday the 28th. And I just wanted to do a little hindcast and go back a week ago when we were getting those extreme west swells from 270 to 290. This is the guy right here. That pattern is totally out of here. We see this guy move our way and then northeast Gulf. And really what we see are now trade winds coming in from the east. There's a trough area over here in the subtropics, and the pressure gradient between that and the high pressure up here to the northeast led to solid 3-foot trade wind swell. We even had some north swell on the northwest side of that original west-northwest low pressure. Starting in the animations, again, this regime change can be seen right here as we have a high pressure to the north and then another one to the northwest. High pressure is bouncing the jet. And then we see some storminess way off of Japan here yesterday, Friday. And we have this guy right here that'll be bringing us in a north-northwest swell on Monday. So now I'll take you to today's models. There is that guy I was just pointing to. Those were the winds that we were looking at. Now these are the swells that those winds produced. It has a captured fetch. It did stall or occlude in place. That helps to build the seas. It moves towards us here, and that gets to under 1,000 miles from us. That means less decay of the swell on its journey towards us. And again, we're expecting 6 to 8 foot north-northwest swell of 12 to 14 seconds on Monday, and that thing's going to drop really quick because it weakened quick, and so we'll be seeing some 5-footers at the most for Tuesday. It'll be a quick in and out. The only other issue is, again, these moderate fresh pace northeast winds, so the North Shore will be side to side offshore. Yeah, that's the scoop. Let's start in the animations again. We can see a little bit of a storm heading up the Kurile Islands here. We're not expecting much from that. We have a little bit of a storm trying to move our way right there. That guy moving down may lead to a little bit of 3-foot background swell towards the end of next week. Continuing on the animations, this is the guy right here that forms off to our northeast next Friday the 6th. And that guy right there will broaden and spread and be able to send down hopefully some 4-foot north swell on Sunday, the 8th, and peaking 6-foot solid on Monday, the 9th, if you want to mark your calendars. And that guy will last a while since it's spun out here for a while. We'll have some troughiness off to our west here. Not sure if that's going to be a reliable feature. There's the high pressure blocking the jet, not allowing the typical west-northwest swells anymore at this point. Things clearly can shift, but we are in a very different pattern now of northeast trade winds and more northerly swells. Couldn't be more different than most of February. Now we'll take a quick sneak peek down under, cover the North Pac and then the South Pac wave generators, and it's pretty lame right here. We're looking at very zonal conditions. The swells that we've been seeing, the background south-southeast swells and a little bit of south-southwest swells have all no longer on the models. And then we've been having the west wrap as well. So town has been really fun. And I wanted to get here with the next upcoming swell, this guy right there. Now, this is going to produce a solid 3-foot south-southeast swell. This guy will be filling in with 18-second forerunners Monday. Should get solid 3 feet at Kaiser's, tennis courts, those spots that like a south-southeast angle, Diamond Head. We might even get lucky and see about a foot overhead from this guy, but it is a lot of it. It's out of our window. So what we will be seeing from this source, even though it's a very powerful storm, will be a decent percentage of sideband swell. It's not exactly a direct hit because the swell, though it started under Tahiti, the track was overall northeast, and it does move more and more out of our window. Starting in the animations again in the hindcast feature showing the winds, we don't see anything generated on this particular model. So let me take you to today's models. Saturday the 18th, we got a little guys way down here, and it's pretty much moving zonally. We might see just a pinch of 1-foot 15-second swell out of that guy towards the end of the upcoming week, maybe Thursday, Friday, but it'll just be background 2-foot swell. Starting in the animations again, we go quiet. You see those blues. That's the high pressures dominating the east coast of New Zealand, which is not what we like to. We like these guys to switch places. But you do see a lot of storm activity coming into the Tas from under New Zealand and the Tasman. The Wave Watch 3 are predicting, 18-second forerunners from this source on the 11th of March. And peaking out at about 1.5, maybe 2 feet of 15 to 16 seconds. Thursday, Friday, the 12th and 13th from this guy. But because it's a very broad and kind of broken and zonal fetch, I believe that the Wave Watch 3 are overcalling this, and we may just see some long period swell, but nothing much over waist or chest high. That would be coming in the 12th/13th. And then after that, we go pretty dismal once again. That storm right there tracking the wrong direction. We don't get much from from that. We like them to be moving up our way with captured fetches. All right, going out a week here, Friday, Saturday, we can see high pressures dominating most of the central Pacific. And these are super long-range models. You can see that a lot of the storms are hitting those high pressures here to our northwest, and then they're bouncing up and even above the Aleutians. And I'll show you more about that in the upcoming models. Okay, taking a look at the jet stream, too many blues, weak jet stream bumping up and over the Aleutians right there. We get a lot of troughiness off to our east. That just brings weather, maybe a little bit of surf from the north. But again, this scenario, very much unlike winter. We'll have to hope for a pattern change here one or two more times, very possible here into March and April. And we've been known to get 10-foot west swells even in June. So Mother Nature rules. There's that jet stream coming right up the Taz there, but the storm that is spawned within it doesn't show a lot of promise, although the models are claiming it. We'll have to get closer to this guy right there. In about 5 days, we'll be able to make a more confident claim. Okay, let's take a look at the hand-drawn surface charts. There's the high pressure to the northeast. There's the new high coming in here, blocking the storms over here by Japan, keeping them way far away. We'll get some north swell from this complex low area here for Monday at up to 8 feet. There is this front dissipating, although hovering over the Big Island. We do have a lot of weather and instability. It's going to continue Sunday into Monday. A lot of embedded trade wind showers, and the winds will have a northeasterly tilt due to this scenario that you're looking at right here. These highs are typically seen like this outside of the winter months. Okay, now we go from the surface up to the water vapor loop, showing features in the upper regions, 20,000 feet. There's the instability in the upper regions. It's all the way down to the lower levels as well in the atmosphere. There's that counterclockwise spinning low pressure in the upper regions all the way down to the surface, pulling in this guy that you're seeing here spinning. The culprit for the northwest swell. Forerunners will hit late Sunday. You can still see quite a bit of instability in our atmosphere. But at this point, Oahu and Kauai are not raining, and it's clearing up on Kauai, albeit probably briefly. Here's another view of it. A lot of clouds here as we drill down. Highs are going to be about 80, lows about 70. A lot of clouds. These down here are the intertropical convergence zone. There are thunderstorms down there. We might even see some for the Big Island. We have all the advisories, small craft. Anytime the trades get up to 20 knots, which is about 25 miles per hour, we get the advisories posted, at least for the channels. And for all Hawaiian waters, anytime it goes to 15 to 30 miles per hour. Here's a pretty view of the action up there. Here's another view of the winds. East swell, you can see a lot of those arrows pointing directly at us, bringing 3-foot wind swell. This is the guy that's still on its way to those. We'll be bringing up for Monday and finishing off with the rain. And there's plenty, especially for the North Shore, Windward and Mauka, Maui, all of it streaming up, being pulled up from that low pressure. That's why you see a movement up towards the northeast. And that is the local swell tracker. We will catch you back here Monday evening, the 9th. Aloha.